everybody. This is Foxing Around. Thanks for tuning in. This episode is going to contain a lot of different elements to it, but the first element I want to talk about is the fact that I have vertigo. And a lot of people don't know what vertigo is, but I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can to you and visually give you an example of what actually happens in the brain. There we go. We're going to go deep in my brain and show you. There's Mello! Oh my goodness. All right, thanks Mello. She makes me feel better. Her dog's sitting again. She's not our dog, but we watch her a lot for Daryl. It's the dog that got abducted, if you follow us on our channel. She got abducted, what, about a year ago, Billy?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Not even.
So let's go back to vertigo. At a very young age, I've had head trauma a couple different times in my life, and at a very young age, at 5, the first thing that happened, I was always into swimming and I didn't know how to swim. And what I would do is I'd walk along the edge of the concrete, edge there. Hard to handle. I mean, even at 5, I never listened to my parents, especially my mother. And I would just go in the pool without her supervision, which was not the good thing to do, because what happened is she was out gardening one day, my brother was out playing in the yard, and I decided I was going to get in the pool without any water flotation devices and started walking along the edge of the pool. Well, guess what? I slipped and I ended up going under. And I remember actually the whole scene even to this day. And I remember floating, finally like letting go and falling and falling and falling until the bottom of the pool. Well, luckily my father had just driven up. He was a pilot for TWA, a senior pilot, and he was always traveling. And he just happened to pull in with his car in the driveway, and I used to always run out and greet him and hug him, and of course I was at the bottom of the pool, so I couldn't. And my father immediately asked my mom where I was, and she was like, I don't know. She was, I just saw her a minute ago. And my dad immediately knew, because he knew that I was getting in the pool a lot. He had his uniform on and everything, and he ran to the back of the yard, went to the pool. He saw me on the bottom of the pool, immediately jumped in, pulled me up, gave me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and revived me. So that was my first brain incident. And then another time at 8 years old, I was at one of those public community diving pools. And back then they had the high dives, the medium dives, and then the low dives. And I was on the medium dive and started running to make a jump, slipped out underneath the handlebar and landed on my head on the concrete. And I had a concussion. My parents had to keep me up all night, which I feel bad for them, because they were constantly coming in the room, shaking me and waking me to make sure I didn't fall asleep. So I don't know if that has anything to do with what's happening with me now, but currently I have an ear clog that has been going on for 6 months now, and it's just to explain to you what it feels like. It's like being buzzed all the time, not completely drunk, but buzzed, even when I'm not drunk. And so that gets even more interesting if I do drink. So,
Drunk or drink?
Drunk. So the thing is I shouldn't drink, but we're boaters, so that's not always going to happen. But I just want to show you real quick. Okay, so I've had these issues happen throughout my life, but now they're getting more and more current. And one of the last episodes that happened to me, Billy, you happened to be out of town. You were doing a boat delivery with Clark Hardy.
Yeah.
And I was by myself.
Yeah, you took it.
I woke up, and I'm going to show you like what happened to me when I woke up. Say I'm sleeping. Okay, I wake up, and the first thing I do is always look out the companionway. So the companionway should be like, level, right? Well, so the morning that Billy was gone and I woke up, it completely looked like this to me when I woke up. I thought the boat was sinking, so I immediately get out, and of course my balance is all off, so I immediately fell to the ground. But I couldn't get up because my balance is all off. And finally it dawned on me what was happening, and I was like, the boat can't be sinking, can't be listing like this far to the side. So I actually crawled back into bed because I knew I was having vertigo. I called Billy on the phone, and I just let him know what was happening. So I had to stay in bed for an hour until it finally subsided. Here's another example of a bad trip that happens with Vertigo, so bear with me. This is my V-berth, for instance, or our V-berth. Okay, and this is what it should look like to the normal person. But now and then, when Vertigo hits in, or when Vertigo kicks in, this is what actually happens. Hold on, I'm gonna have to switch the camera. I'm actually putting it on my Makita, what do they call this? A buffer waxer?
It's a grinder.
It's a grinder, but also doubles as a buffer waxer. So what I'm going to do is put the camera on here and let it spin and show you what actually can happen in someone's mind with vertigo. It's really awful. This is worse than the first episode that I had with Billy. Okay, we're going to see if this works here. Here's my V-berth, how people would normally see it, but with vertigo without killing myself here. I'm going to put this on slow. We're gonna have to go pick up the fish here pretty soon, right?
We are.
Cool thing is he's got sashimi quality ahi and wahoo, and which is like people can't even believe that they're catching them already.
Can't even get that around here.
Yeah, exactly. So we're so excited. So we're gonna get in Birdie and go get that. And tomorrow the plan is we're gonna make sushi, and a really good friend of mine, Hiroko, this darling little Japanese gal, is going to show me how to do it. Guess what Kraken gave us? We got our fresh big eye tuna, and then we also have some wahoo. We've got tons of it, and we also have our guest cook appearing, Miss Hiroko. Mrs. Hiroko. Yes. She's Japanese, and everybody loves Hiroko. Isn't she the cutest thing? She's gonna show us, because I've already made sushi one time before and failed pretty miserably. So she's going to show us, because she's Japanese, and she says she's not that good at it, but I doubt that. A couple of special tricks to it. A lot of people coming tonight. What do you think about Billy? 5, 6,
you know what?
7
We invited more people than we thought we could probably handle, but
yeah. Well, we have plenty of fish. Yeah. And I think we're going to have plenty of rice.
I think you're going to be plenty busy making fish, that's for sure.
I think so. So Hiroko and I are going to be very busy tonight. We already made the rice because that takes a long time. Hiroko, if you want to share like the ingredients, but you say you have to have short grain?
Yeah, short grain rice.
And then you want to explain the nori or the seaweed? Because not everyone uses that. But
Roll, right?
Yeah.
Nori maki.
Yeah.
Nori.
Okay.
Maki.
Hiroko eats this stuff morning, noon, and night, and this is why her hair is as long as seaweed. The next thing we're going to do is, because the rice is ready, we have to add ingredients to the rice, and we got to put it in a bowl because you need it to cool.
Enough. Too much water.
I just want to say thank you to Big John. He was the captain on the Kraken, and he didn't actually really even have to give us fish. There was a big miscommunication, and I'm not even going to get into that story, but Big John was a really nice guy, and he ended up giving us
he's the captain on the Kraken. Yeah,
and he ended up giving us the fish anyway.
Sushi vinegar.
Billy's cutting up the...
This is the
big eye.
It looked like, I thought that was ahi.
He told me big eye.
He did, okay.
And then we're going to do avocado, and this is sweet mango. And we're going to do cream cheese, and I think for that round, Oh, and cucumber, and Japanese cucumber. Why are these? They're so skinny. They're I'm not gonna ask. Rocco commented on the color arrangement of Billy's banana hands.
Cha-ching.
blocking the
We're
camera.
getting the last of the two mango out there.
Ooh, look at that. We're about ready to roll. What are you doing? Are you just drinking Coors over there?
Yes.
Ready to do our first practice roll, or just first roll before everyone gets here? You see the great array of colors. Mango, we got the wahoo here, big eye, avocado, cream cheese. Rocco is ready. Rice, right center rice, okay. So you're gonna kind of show me. Vermilion, by the way, Vermin.
He knows.
He
saved everybody's life.
No, we learned how to do sushi because he always is trying to impress his dates. So I'm sure he knows what he's doing, but he did tell us a trick. And where's the knife? He told us that you have a very good serrated knife and that you wet the knife in between each cut. So let's just try it. Because when I did it, I had a very bad knife and it splooged out.
I use as a water. Okay.
To make it, if it gets too
sticky or kind of you wanna wet my edge.
Wet the edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Of the nori. Cool.
It's like rolling a doobie. You gotta wet the edge to seal up.
Yeah, I suck at rolling doobies too. Billy's really good at it.
Hands clean.
Keep your hands clean by dipping them.
Yeah.
What do you have to say at this point? Bonsai?
Bonsai!
Bonsai.
Actually, you have a funny story. I don't know, a lot of you might remember when they had the false alarm over in Hawaii
Oh god.
for the, was it the
That wasn't even funny. That
No,
was
it wasn't.
North Korean bomb.
It was a bomb, that's right.
missile.
And, everyone got on their phones, that they got a text that they were getting bombed. If you remember.
Imminent missile strike. And nobody
keep,
could
keep it this.
Keep it.
Yeah, we'll keep it that. Is that it for the fish?
You could do all sorts of stuff, I think. But
Yeah, you can do wahoo too.
Add one.
that'll be mine.
That'll be. You want the wahoo. Anyway, so Hiroko, you have a funny story.
Oh yes.
What your sister?
My sister,
What did your sister do?
Well, no, one of the son was still sleeping in one pant and underwear, and what she did is just put more clothes on, like, as much as he can, and
And that was to protect him from the bomb, supposedly.
that she thought that time, because she didn't know what else to do.
What else do you do, right?
Add more clothes. Oh, bathtub. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I can only understand about half of what Hiroko says.
Yeah.
So. If you can figure it out, great
Yeah,
for you.
I don't care.
This is the trick. Roll it.
Oh, Jack just texted me. Okay.
Squeezing.
Squeeze. That makes it
like a
stick.
little glue.
So let's try Dougie's technique. Okay, so you just like.
With
Oh, we forgot the.
No, I know. No, next one. Next one.
Right,
Next one.
Because you're the. What? Yeah. You can do it. I believe in you.
Start in the middle.
Nice. See, it's not all splooging out the edges.
Wow. Show them that. Cha-ching.
I have to go because we're going to run out of camera space. Plus, we got people coming and it gets too chaotic. So I just want to thank everybody for watching Boxing Round. And
Bon appetit.
Bon
Or no,
appetit.
actually.
well, no. What do you say?
What else to say?
Like, for a meal, like when you're about ready to eat. Do you say anything?
いただきます。
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.